This weekend, I really needed to slow down. No to-do lists, no pressure, just time for myself, for rest, and for a good book. I made tea, lit a candle, and finally picked up a story I've been super excited about, the new Rachel Gillig book. Now, I'll be honest, this is the second time I'm reading this. The first was the digital version, but I loved it so much I had to get the physical one, and my partner was sweet enough to gift it to me, which made it even more special. The weather was cloudy and a bit rainy, even though summer had just arrived. Still, it was the perfect weather to cozy up on the couch and transport myself into another world. So I thought I'd take you along with me. Nothing fancy, just a slow weekend with good pages, warm tea, and little moments of peace. I hope this video brings you a bit of calm too, whether you're reading along, resting, or just here for the quiet. So I've been alternating between two books. I'm reading this a second time because I just love it so much. But I am also reading a different book in my Kobo. I don't know that's just how we call it here. So I am reading this one. A Curse Carved in Bone. It's actually the book number 2. I've already read book number 1. I have mixed feelings about book number 1. When I finished reading, I was really annoyed with the main character, with the main female character, just because it was hard for her to stick with the decision. Like, she spends, 80% of the book just like, I'm gonna do this. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do this. No, I'm not. And by the end, that was a little bit exhausting for me. I kind of understand the situation she was in, don't get me wrong, but it was a little bit annoying, to say the least, how she couldn't make up her damn mind. And for those of you who read the book, for those of you who haven't read the book, spoilers, but for those of you who read the book, at least book number 1. Book number 2, I may be saying gibberish, but they were not worth fighting for. Those people were not good for her. And she was having doubts. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. I have mixed feelings about it. But I loved the story. I love Norse mythology, so I thought this is a win-win. It has a romance and Norse mythology in it. How could I not enjoy it? Yeah, so the answer is if the main female character doesn't know what the hell she wants, but that's fine. Moving on to book number 2, you could see that I have like 11% of it read because I'm alternating with The Night and the Moth. But book number 2, I hope that she gets the answers she's looking for and she finally makes up her damn mind. Because, spoilers, he did not betray her, in my eyes. I mean, he kind of did lie, but I don't think I think they should still end up together. That's my conclusion. Because I just really like Bjorn, so that's my conclusion. But before the battery dies, I just wanted to speak a little bit about this precious book that I read, and I'm going on my second reading now. I just love it so much. I love the story, I love the characters, I love the way that she writes, especially scenes that are scenes? Yeah, I guess you can call them scenes, but like moments in the book that are a little bit more tense and have a little bit more suspense in it. I just love the way that she writes these scenes, and I'm like a very visual person, so when I'm reading this, there's like this image playing in my head of what I'm reading, and she's so perfect that it's so easy for me to like imagine this whole thing in my head as I'm reading it, and it's just so, it's really good. It's like I can picture it really well because of the way that she writes everything. I'm a fan. I'm like a big fan of her. I read the Shepherd King series as well, and it's just one of my top favorites of like the romantasy genre, if you can call it a genre, but that's a whole different topic. But yeah, everything that she writes so far, I love it. I love it like crazy. I don't want to speak too much about these books because I don't want to spoil anyone if someone happens to stumble upon my video and they decide that they want to read these fantasy books, but I just want to explain why I'm so into fantasy books, because this genre is the perfect genre to just escape any current situation that you're having and just immerse yourself in a different world, different rules, new people, magic, just the whole fantasy vibe is really good for me to escape. And currently, I'm loving that. Anything that takes me from the real world to a fantasy world, I want it. Especially if it has a lot of magic, dark themes, like bits of horror. I'm devouring every single book that I find that has those themes. And occasionally, if they are too intense, I have to alternate them with like this cozy fantasy that is just, the plot is just that. It's just a cozy fantasy to relax. There's no, it's not intense, it doesn't have a lot, but it exists just to rewind my brain and be like, I want something peaceful and cozy. And you have a whole bunch of books that are meant just for that, for you to feel cozy and be like, I want to grab a cup of tea, or I want to grab something and drink it and be like, I'm so cozy. That's how I'm feeling right now. That's how I want to keep feeling. As I began writing down some of my wishes, an unexpected urge to write this for the video surfaced. I've always felt that putting my wishes on paper would lead to nothing, that I'd only feel ashamed later for not crossing them off, like they'd end up forgotten in a dusty notebook, abandoned by the one who dreamed them. But then I paused. Maybe the point isn't to complete the list. Maybe the act of writing them is a small ritual just for me, for my eyes alone, a way to quiet the chaos in my mind, a moment of clarity, something to cherish, something that's mine. So what if I don't do them all? The true goal is to reflect deeply on what I truly want from life, to understand what calls to me, not just what's expected. Sometimes it feels like I want to do everything at once: paint, sculpt, bake, create cozy projects for my home, dive into herbalism, learn how to make my own skincare, write a book or maybe a short story, and read all the books that call my name. It's all beautiful, but also overwhelming. Maybe these quiet writing moments will help me make sense of it all, help me prioritize, help me understand myself better. These past 4 years, I've felt closer to my true self than ever before, and yet I still question, I still doubt. But I've come to see that as something good, a sign I'm growing, a way forward. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.